Hendry thought that that was the time to risk a long one.
Well, you would have thought a shot that put the cue ball near the baulk cushion behind that yellow, green and brown would have caused more problems for Stephen. Well, he didn't play that well. God, it took much too full, and a little bit fortunate he didn't leave this red easier than this. It still will go in the right centre pocket. I think John will take it on. I can't see a safety shot off this red.
And he was able to play it as a shot to nothing.
I think Stephen's had enough of this safety battle. He's going for this.
One.
Superb pot. Control the cue ball nicely on the black.
Eight. Nine. $14.
That wasn't the ball that he meant to cannon. Out of position.
Stephen Hendry, 14.
And from that position could only rely on length. At that angle there was no possibility of hiding the cue ball behind a baulk colour.
Don't think it's quite there. I think there's just enough space for Stephen to get past this green. Oh, he's having to swerve, so it could go wrong. All things considered, I think he'll be happy with that. Unless he's left a plant in this right corner. And looking at his face, I think that told us before we saw it. It's definitely on. Well, they looked in a good line, playing with a lot of pace. He should have got that.
Yes, I don't know that he needed to hit it as hard as that. He wanted to screw back for blue or possibly pink, but he wasn't very smooth on that shot. Hendry, meanwhile, fails to tuck the cue ball in behind the brown.
What's worse, he missed the red, but he's brought the black into play. Big chance for John Higgins.
It certainly doesn't take long to make his mind up.
Touching ball.
As you heard our referee, Laurie Allendale, declaring a touching ball, so just can play away from it.
Well, looks as though he's on a red into the left middle. Obviously not the one he played for, but he'll settle for it. Ooh, he won't settle for that. Well, that was a great opportunity to win this frame at that visit. He's lost it now, surely.
1.
You always search for reasons why players of Higgins's quality miss shots like that. It may have been because his mind was full of the realisation that it was a great chance to go 2-1 up. Probably loss of concentration in some form anyway.
8. Nine. $16. 17.
'Couple of reds, couple of
34.
colours. Should clinch it.
25. 32. 33.
To leave Higgins needing snookers.
$38. 39.
Again, mistakes on both sides in this third frame.
45.
But Higgins made the crucial one.
46.
It left Hendry in a position to clinch a 2-1 lead.
53. 54.
'Oh, smile there from Stephen. He didn't play it like that.
62.
Just a little smiley. I think he was just overhit it slightly. He couldn't have worked out better.
65. 69. 74. 12 strokes.
But with that 74 break, Stephen Hendry leads John Higgins by 2 frames to 1.
Dennis, as Clive was saying, both players a little edgy, but the more serious mistakes coming from John Higgins, who started well.
That's right. That red he missed in the middle pocket. I think the reason John missed that red was he played for the 2 easy reds into the corner and covered those 2. And he probably was thinking about that when he was rolling that one into the middle pocket. But you can't afford to miss chances like that against Stephen Hendry, because that's what he'll do to you.
Tables are playing remarkably quickly.
Yeah, I had to play an exhibition last night with the match finishing early, and the table is so quick, beautiful to play on, but if you're just slightly out of touch, you'll overrun your position. So it takes a bit of getting used to.
Produced a lot of centuries, of course, and these two are the best at the moment, with Stephen Hendry on that 140, John Higgins with a 135. I think they're both very conscious of the fact how good break builders they are. There have been 50 centuries in all in this championship. That's including the ones before television. That's an all-time world record, so a very high standard of snooker. 2-1 then to the defending champion, and I think they're both very conscious of what this match means. Hendry the number 1. If Higgins wins, he'll take over as provisional number 1. There's a lot on it, plus the title.
One.
Well, a terrific pot from Stephen. Doesn't look to be many reds left after the colour. So he's going to have to conjure up something here.
Plant of 2 back reds, maybe.
8. 9.
Pity from Hendry's point of view that the unpotted red disturbed the black from its spot and has made this pot more difficult.
$16.
Red at edge of bunch, not on.
16, Stephen Hendry.
Oh, nice easy red into the left corner, but unfortunately the black won't go in the right corner. So having to dig down, go up for the blue.
1.
Chance to build up a sizable break here in this, well, I've got to say, important fourth frame. I know it's early in the match, but John Higgins has had enough chances in the first 3 to have won more than 1 frame. And he's got to take advantage of these opportunities.
6.
Yes, if he was 3-1 down at the mid-session interval, it wouldn't be a mountain to climb, but it would be an inconvenient little foothill.
Yes, and of course psychologically it wears you out, thinking, well, I could have won that and I could have won that. It's nice to go in with a clear mind and saying, well, okay, I didn't win that frame, but at least we're all square and I'm hitting the ball well.
13.
Need to take all kind of good thoughts back to the dressing room. And a frame-winning break here, of course, would be an ideal tonic.
14.
Well, clearing this red, but it's not a formality to get good position, particularly if he plays for the pink. He's got to judge this just right.
21. Yes, sir.
Len Ganley is the man in charge today. And that's what they're playing for.
$27.
Little stun shot across the table for the pink in the same pocket. Once he cleared that red that was near that right corner, it made the pink available into both corner pockets. This is a great position to be in.
$34. 35.
Now he's made a few careless mistakes in the last couple of frames. Can he eliminate those and win it now at this visit?
$41. $42. $48.
This break started with a failed long pot from Hendry.
$49.
Well, he had to go up
52.
for a baulk colour, but he's coped with it well. Nicely on this red. Just a little stun up for the blue. Imperative he gets the right angle on the blue.
53.
Well, he's overdone it again. So he's making hard work of it, just at a vital time when he could do with good close control.
Yes, I think he's just pressed a little bit too hard on his two intended positional shots for blue.
So 40 points in front. Couple of reds, couple of colours would do it. And this could be the key shot of the frame. And didn't he play that well? Just overrun slightly though. Still not a formality to get good position on the last red. Meaning of course the last red he'll need, but played that confidently. There you see it, 47 points ahead, 51 remaining, so this red to go 48 points in front with only 43 left.
Potting the red was the supreme priority there. Didn't worry too much about position.
John Higgins, 54.
But with a lead of 48 and only 43 on the table, it looks as if John Higgins is going to level at 2-all.
Good hit from Stephen, but well, I think John can just trickle this red along the cushion. If it goes in, I think that will be the end of the frame. He'll carry on, of course, but I don't think Stephen will come back. And I suppose 2 each at the mid-session interval. Clive, fair reflection. Chances missed on both sides.
Yes, I think that's about it, John.
And the frame.
2-all it is.
So there we are on this Sunday afternoon. That's the opening flurries and 2 frames apiece to the number 1 against the number 2. A little interval for them now, but our snooker entertainment continues. There's 5 more frames coming up after that this afternoon, and of course we'll be seeing them. But you know, they often say that playing this game is not too bad. Watching it, if you're involved, is terrible. Well, the so-called junior members at the table and the senior members of the Hendry Higgins family are now in the players' room with Dennis Taylor.
Yes, David, I think you're absolutely right. It's more terrifying watching than it is out there playing. And I've got with me, first of all, John Higgins, Senior here. John, how do you think it's going so far, John?
Yeah, it's a bit scrappy tonight, Dennis. You know, the 2 of them are on fire, and, you know, John's had chances and so has Stephen. But I think the interval 2 apiece is quite a fair result.
Yeah. It's a bit different from Bangkok when we were out there, John. I think you were responsible for teaching a lot of Thais how to sing the Fields of Athenry when we were there.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, that's right enough, you know, and I was supporting a dream team at the time.
It's amazing, the dream team, but there's certainly enemies out there, and I've got Gordon Hendry with me here, Stephen's dad, who sees a lot of his matches. How do you think it's going, Gordon?
Probably just as expected, you know. I mean, it's going to be a tight match. I think everybody, you know, in snooker knows that, and I'm quite happy at 2-2, and I think it's a fair result so far, yeah.
Well, you both seem very relaxed, but I wonder what it's going to be like this evening, but you're certainly looking forward to it, and we'll hand back to David now. Things are going to be excellent here, and I'm certainly looking forward to the remainder of this match as well.
Thanks very much. No doubt this is a big Scottish afternoon, isn't there?